All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome to the show. Let's quickly start this show and see where we go from here. Obviously, you've seen the title. Okay, the title is very simple. Be fearful when everybody's greedy. Why do I keep on saying this, right? Why does this even matter? It matters a lot, right? It matters a lot, especially if you're not in, you don't have any emotional control. You don't have any discipline. Definitely matters to you, right? So I'm not going to be monitoring the chats. If you do say, actually, no, do you know what? I'll monitor the chat a little bit. But as you've probably noticed, I don't replay the chats or anything like this. It doesn't really matter. But it's very important. Yesterday, I released a short. I got like, I think close to 100 views or something. And I said, I will show you something when I'm going to basically go all in. And this was, related to kind of this video I was going to do. But look, this is on an hourly. Everything looks bullish, all right? Everything looks bullish. Jammed out, bugged out. Okay, do you know what? I'm just gonna not even bother with this because I know this one kind of kills the resources as well for some odd reason. It's a bit stupid. Let's go into the coin market cap and just refresh this and see what this does. Right, so we're at $2 trillion again. Happy days. We're at $2 trillion. We've got 11,335. So, few more scam coins, few more shit coins. And you see, the thing is, this price is reflecting with all of this shit coins as well. So it's not the true market. A few months ago, just before the peak, we had a true market of like Bitcoin being around 1 trillion. Great, but now it's down, but you've got all of these shit coins taking upwards. So in my opinion, Bitcoin and Ethereum combined together should be more than half of this. When I'm saying more than half of this, I'm saying should be close to this. We shouldn't have so many shit coins that are worth so much. Like, this is what, 1.2, and the rest of it 800 million. That's almost the same 40% as Bitcoin. We shouldn't have that. But this is what's happening, the reality. So I know there are some brothers who are asking me, earlier on, someone asked me as well. His name is Adil. He asked me as well, and he said, is it okay to go into this particular? There was a coin he was talking about, and he was like, sorry, he wasn't saying it was. Is it okay? He was like, what's your thoughts on it, bro? My thoughts are very simple. If you look at the entire market, everybody's reacting. The only thing that you're going to see negative is, look, USD coins. Anything that's a coin, like a stable currency, that's the only thing you're going to see that's down. Anything that's got nothing to do with stable currency is up. Look, the whole market, entire market, you got 11,000 coins to choose from. So when you're talking about that specific coin, it's pumping. Bro, it's not that only pumping. Everything's pumping. Everything is pumping. Let me refresh this. Right? Every little thing is pumping. See, everything is pumping. Oh, if you look at this is like everything here. You can see it. Almost everything is starting to pump, right? Apart from anything that's pegged to the USDT or USD, basically. So this is how the market reacts. This is what I've been trying to explain to you people for so long, right? That, guys, listen, the market reacts together. The entire market does everything in synchronize. Right? You might have a first mover, like somebody who does it an hour before, or somebody who does it 4 hours before, but the whole market reacts. But the bigger picture, the biggest thing we have to look here is the percentage. You're looking at $2 trillion, 1.2 trillion, or close to 1.3 trillions, right? Dollars worth of, hey guys, how you doing? Again, will it pump 200%? Bro, $100, it won't. I'll tell you in a bit, right? Let me tell you, bro. People need to understand this, right? So again, look, we've got $2 trillion here. We've got $8 billion, or $800 billion, sorry, in altcoins, right? $800 billion in altcoins, right? And to answer your question, you're talking about $100 Cardano, no problem. But listen to this, right? You've got $45 billion coins. What is 45 billion times 100? You're talking about this one times 100. Do you see what I'm trying? Do you get what I'm trying to say here? Does that make any sense to you? 45 billion. You times that by 100. If you times that, this is crazy. 4.5 trillion. If Cardano is going to go 100, it's going to be more than the entire market cap. Is that actually realistic? It's not. Again, guys, you need to understand. It's not. you know, when we talk about Cardano going to 100, I'll give you a good example, right? I was talking about Cardano going to, you know, $1 when it was around $6, 6 cents, sorry, 6 cents, 7 cents. Do you know what I mean? $800 billion. Which one, Steve? Sorry, hi, sorry. Which one are you talking about? Explain to me, because I don't. What I want to do is I'll get to questions at the end. But 800 billion. Sorry, don't see that. What I'm trying to say here. Look, the entire market is 2 trillion. Bitcoin is almost 900 billion. You've got Ethereum sitting at 300 something, and then everything else sitting at close to, right, close to 700 billion or 800 billion. That's what you've got, right? If you minus these two numbers, 1.3 from this, then what you got left with is 700 billion. That's the entire altcoin market. That's the other 11,332 coins. Do you know what I mean? So that, what I'm trying to say, please understand what I'm coming from, rather than just jumping. You don't see that. Well, I see that. Somebody show me. I don't see it. Do you know what I mean? You tell me, where is the other 800 billion or the 700 billion from here? Where is it? Is it in another coin? It's not. It's in altcoins, right? Well, I'm not even saying Ethereum's an altcoin. I'm saying if you minus these two giants, these two Goliaths, right? If you minus that, just use this randomly. It's about 12.5 to 13, 1.3 trillion dollars. Then the rest of the money, the 700 billion or 700 and something billion, is in the altcoins. Very simple, right? So we got to use some logics here, right? We got to understand where it is. Okay, thank you, no worries. No, sorry. Sometimes, look, when I'm talking, because I'm doing this live, guys, I don't do any scripting or anything like that. Whatever I'm going to talk about, it's here. For example, every page here has been open since yesterday. I have not refreshed every single page, right? Even this one, I have not refreshed a single page. The only page I would refresh is this one, and I did that in front of you. Haven't refreshed this exactly from yesterday's video, guys. By the way, this is from yesterday's video. So yesterday's video we saw 70, today we've got 70. I just refreshed it now, right? That's what I do. Even this from yesterday's video, I do not change my tabs. I do not change my what you call this, my charts or anything. You are going to see a consistent chart every single time, every single day. If I make a live stream, you're going to see it, and we just move with that, right? We never ever, even like this one here you saw, I just refreshed it every single time. Like, for example, we were talking about this. I have not refreshed, and I'll refresh it now. I do not refresh my pages. They are there for you for the live stream. And look at this, beautiful Ethereum leaving exchanges. Ethereum still leaving exchanges, right? We're looking at Bitcoin, right? Still leaving exchanges. Let me see what you've done today. Yep, still leaving exchanges. Very slight variation here, difference here. Still leaving exchanges, right? So what I'm trying to say, if we just focus on this particular area, we've got $2 trillion, right? And just a few months ago, we had Bitcoin sitting at $1 trillion. Fair play. We had Ethereum close to, I believe it was close to around $450 billion. Because so combine these two, we had almost 1.5 trillion dollars, right? We had 1.5 trillion dollars in these two, or probably a little bit more. Actually, it was a little bit more. I think, yes, this, and a few others here combined together, they were around not 1.8. It was about 1.7, 1.8 trillion dollars. My bad, right? When we were at the peak, right? And everything else was sitting around 600 to 700 billion dollars. And this is what I'm trying to say. Right now, you just got to look at how the market reacts. It's just unbelievable, right? But anyway, let's be realistic with some of these projections, right? Cardano, $100. Be realistic. You got a 45 trillion coins. 45 billion coins, my bad, 45 billion coins at a price of almost 2.5. So that's around $2.50. Just do the maths of this and look at the market cap and say, well, from here, if we were to 50x, so we're looking at this and we just say, let's round it up. If we were to 50x this, so look at this price, we need to 50x this price, 50 times this price, right? So we can just take this 80 billion and 50 times that, and you can see what price it gives us. That would be bigger than the entire market cap. So unrealistic for us. With the point we've looked at, and we have talked about it previously, I mean, months ago, 6-7 months ago, we've talked about it, and we projected that Cardano will go to probably $10. Right, we were being realistic at the $4 mark, and we said if we are hypothetical and we say that the market could be going further and we do see a 6-figure Bitcoin, we could even assume a 4-figure, like, you know, a $10 Cardano. Right, we did say that, but again, we've been banging on about Cardano since 2017, 2018, when it was around, you know, well, I bought it twice. Some of the guys who follow me, they also bought it at these similar prices. We bought it at 10 cents, we bought it at 6 cents. So for us, we've already done, you know, 10x from there. Do you know what I mean? So this is how we're treating this, right? So a lot of these coins like BNB, we were talking about it when it was as low as $2.50, and then it was all the way to, like, I think up to $20. We were talking about BNB, $20. So again, a lot of these coins, right, you got to understand, like a Polkadot, we were talking about Polkadot when it was $1. We were talking about Solana when it was $1. So again, you know, there are coins that a lot of people, like, what I'm trying to say is when the market goes all green and everyone's hyping, people tend to be really, really bullish. And that's when I say, and this is why the title is there, be fearful, because we were buying these when the market was down. When everybody was crying, we were buying these when the entire market was sitting around, you know, we're talking about the 2018 after the big dump in the bear market in 2018. We're talking about 2019 after the dump, right? That's what we're doing. ICP, okay, ICP, I'll be honest with you, ICP, when it came out, I have said to many of the viewers, avoid ICP, it was too high, and I'll show you what I mean by that, right? ICP, because remember, ICP just came out one day and all of a sudden it pumped all the way to this one here. It pumped all the way to $700, right? $700, and I said to everybody, avoid it, right? Because of obviously what price it was, and it kept on dumping, and I think it was about 95% down or something. It went to, like, I don't know, $20 or $30. During that time, I had a few people asking me, and I said to them, I said, I will buy a very small amount, possibly even just one, just for the sake of it, because the project is really, really good, by the way. But this coin pricing was a massive manipulated dump, because what's happened is you've got so many pre-investors, because ICP has been around since 2015, but getting private funding from private investors. And those private investors decided to dump on the day of the launch. Right, so that's what they did. They sold for 700. So retail investors ended up being the bag holders. That's what it is. Retail investors are being the bag holders, right, until they took it down again. So when it went to about $20-$30, I said, buy a minimal amount. You know, I will personally buy probably one and just hold on to it, because the project is good. I'm not sure why the price is like this, but I can only assume whales, and not whales, actual institutions who invested back in 2015, right, through private ventures and everything, have dumped to the public. That's exactly what happened. Similar like an IPO, right? They got it for pennies and then they decided to sell it for thousands of percent of gains, and they just left. So this is what it is. But again, what I've said to another few group of people who are saying, okay, I want to buy long term. Do you know what I said to those guys? I said, if you want to buy something for long term, what you need to do is basically stop thinking of FOMOing into anything now. You want to buy long term, wait for the dump, right? So let's move straight into BTC and talk about BTC, and I'll show you what I mean, right? So you want to buy for a longer term. It's very simple. Wait for dumps. When the dumps come to these market bottoms, wait for these areas, because the entire market is going to dump today. Whatever price you see now, if ICP, for example, from here, where is it? Where is ICP? If ICP from $66 goes all the way back to there, just assume that's a 10x, right? We just assume that's a 10x. It's about 666. But we just say 10x from now. If ICP does a 10x from now, which is approximately 10 times more than what it is, all right, or 100% more, just whatever, 1,000%, right? Well, we can assume when the market dumps, when we come back to these areas here, it's going to do another 90% dip. Pick it up on the 90% dip. Just pick it up. That's what I'm saying. So if you want to buy something for long term, wait for the market to end. Right now, the market is trending a slightly different way, right? And we need to understand, is it worth us jumping into coins right now? You know, so yesterday's short, I said how I will basically go all in, right? What I meant by that, I'm going to basically put every single last penny into PTC, right? Even trades, everything, you name it. Basically, I'm putting everything on the line at a specific price. And I was talking about this, right? So this particular line here, right? You can go check it out on your own computer, no issues at all, and you'll see the same thing. So what you have to do is put it on weekly. Doesn't matter if you put it on Coinbase, any exchange, it doesn't matter. Put it on a weekly. Put the HMI indicator, which is a hull moving indicator, HULL, okay? Put this on. Put it on the weekly. And you will see something, and this is what I want you to see, because this is exactly what I've tried to show you guys here with this particular box. And I said, if we go above this, we continue. If we stay below this, we're not continuing. We're going to get rejected. We're going to get a massive rejection, right? And when we go here, then we're going to pop, right? We have talked about this, all right? Many videos. Even one of my previous video, we talked about, are you ready? Bitcoin end is near. Are you actually ready? You know, this is me warning people from now, and I'm telling you, I was in that video, I even said my next 3-month strategy, how I'm going to be actually exiting all the alts. So while all of you guys are being happy of how this is pumping, that is pumping, and getting that FOMO energy in there, you know, the vibe, right? Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. I'm thinking about getting the hell out of all of this, because I want to be ready to basically pick up the dump when it comes, these dumps when it comes. I'm waiting for these areas. But I know that I've made enough money up all the way up here. I've made enough money up all the way up here, right? I could have made a little bit more, but I've lost some of my profits. So okay, I'm waiting until this line. If I get rejected at this line, then I'm basically dumping all my altcoins, getting the hell out. And I'm waiting for the market to come back to a lower level, so I can rebuy, get in, and I can double my coins, double my holding. Doesn't mean I'm going to give them up. I might hold on to genuine projects, continue the market, but with either double the money, right? Because I've made so much money, I can now buy so much more coins here. Double my coins, definitely. That's what I want to do. I want to double up on all my coins and then wait for the next run, right? So here, what you can see on the hull moving average, what you see is whenever we fall below this line, right? So whenever we fall below this line, we do come back to test it. But if we get rejected after testing, well, we're in a bear market. This is officially the bear market, right? 2019. Let's have a look. 2019. We go there, we dip below. The moment we dip below, we tested it again, we dump. Very simple. This is, by the way, this is hull moving average, and the setting you want to do is this setting here. Weekly, 104, 2 years. So we're working on a 2-year hull moving average, right? That's all we're doing, basically, nothing else. Look here, exact same pattern. So the pattern you saw here, look at this, exact same pattern here, right? Exact same pattern here is also forming here. We fell down, we stayed down, we're about to come and test it. If we do not break this line, and if we do not break this line and come above, right, and confirm this, right, confirm this going up, we're in trouble, guys. We are in absolute big trouble. So this is what I'm looking for. I want this to be confirmed, then we move out. Because you can see, even when we did come here and we tested it, we never confirmed it. And I'm talking about weekly. So we need a weekly candle to break, stay above, confirm. That's all I'm looking for, right? Anything like this, right? One weekly candle breakout. So for example, if you look carefully here, actually, I know what's going on here. This one's killing the resources. Let's go back here. Right, now we should be absolutely fine. Yeah, whenever the coin 360 goes, it slows down your browser. I'm telling you, because I think it's updating every second. That's what it is. So look, guys, this is what we want to show you, right? Let's show you this. So you see how we basically came up here, not these ones. We're not looking at these because these are on the line. The one we're looking for is this. This was the breakout one. This is the one that confirmed it, right? So as soon as we broke, we kept on trying 3 weeks, and then the 4th week we broke it. As soon as we broke it, then we shot up, right? So that's what I'm looking at. Look at this. This is kept on trying on the line. This is literally on the line, and then basically it broke down. So we can see from the wicks and everything, this was on the line. So what we're looking for is one candle to basically give us confirmation that it's going to go above the line, right? These were like above the line, confirm, and then it was on the line, which is fine, confirm, right? That's what we're looking for. So the price around these times, you can see the price did not change. The whole price, entire price in this particular zone was absolutely the same. It was absolutely the same. It did not change. You see, this whole zone here did not change. The price did not change at all. So that's what we're looking at, right? So what we want to do is here, come up, and so far everything's looking good, but remember, we've been talking, this should have been a red candle. We were expecting a red candle, and we did not get a red candle, guys. We did not get a red candle. That's a problem. Okay, so fine, that's not a problem. In a sense, it's not a problem as long as we can go above this line. We're good, because this line is the key. And look what this line is. It's that $50,000 level. And this line is changing. It can be lower or higher, right? Obviously, if the market continues to go sideways, then this line could dip down. But ultimately, this line is key for us. We need to get above this line, this 50,000. Where is the 50,000? We've plotted it so many times. This same chart, we've plotted it here. If you activate this, you can see 49,733, right? This is our 50,000 mark. I might not be 100% accurate putting it here, but this box has been there for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we've been talking about how we need to break above this. This is a barrier for us. Once we go past this, then we can start attempting our 58,000, 64,000, whatever you want to call it. We can start attempting those, right? We've got a resistance at 58, right? We know we've got a resistance at 58. We can start attempting those, but we're not even going anywhere there until we break this one level. This one key level. And Hull moving average also confirms this. We are not going anywhere unless we break above this one level. So if I was to put a box, I can put a box down here, as you can see, for example, this area here, put a box here, all of this here, up to this area, and I can say this is what needs to confirm us moving up. If we do not break out of all of this area, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Why? Because I've showed this as well, right? In the past, right, as we talked about, we have come here, and actually we can go to a longer data, right? Let's use this one. Yeah, let's use this one. Right, let me show you something. In the past, this is on a daily, in the past, right? So we've got 2013, we've got the whole lot. What you see here is after a significant run up, right? A significant run up, we have these dumps, and then we kind of have a reattempt. But if we can't go above the previous lows, right, that we've had, so these lows that we've been having, if we can't go above that and create a higher high or even a lower high, we've got a problem. We just keep on coming down, right? Same thing happens every single time, right? Let's go here. Look, this is 2013. Look, we come down, we attempt another one. We actually attempt to go continue. This could have continued, but it couldn't. It couldn't even go up this above this one candle. It couldn't. So what happens? It got rejected. The steam runs out. People run out. Emotions run out. People are bearish. People are fearful. What does all of this equate to? A bear market. That's what happens. But this is the same time smart money comes in and starts to accumulate. This is an accumulation phase, and people would do it for years if they had to, right? Same again, if you look here, right, this is 2013 again. This is the second time. Look what happened. We came down, we attempted, and then we failed. And then we just continued, right? So I'm looking at this pattern continuously over and over again. How many times have we done it? I'm looking at this and I can see that basically doesn't matter. Look, 2015, right? 2015, every single time. It just keeps on doing this, right? Where we come back at the peak of a bull run, right? At the peak of a bull run, we come back. Let me make it smaller, actually. Yeah, at the peak of a bull run, we come and then we reattempt. Sorry, my bad. Right? We come here at the peak of the market, 2017. We almost come back again, and then we just get this big dump. Guys, we just get this big dump. So this is really, really messed up. This is why I'm looking at this and I see the same thing coming again. And you see what I mean about if it did do it and it attempted. Hold on, I'll show you what I mean. Right? So if you look at this area, look at how this plays out. So for example, this could have been our peak similar to 2017. But the moment we came here and we broke past this, right? Because this is our neckline. So looking at this current season, so it's not point, we've obviously seen what it does, but look what I'm trying to say. This is our peak. So for example, we created a local peak. We had a dump. Great, no problem. But the moment we broke above this peak, we continued. Then we had another dump. The moment we broke above this peak, we continued for a little bit, and then we got rejected. Again, you can see this happening here right now. Then the moment we came and broke above this peak, so what we've done is every time we break above the peak, we create a brand new all-time high. We create a brand new all-time high, but this was a good indicator that we were going to start having a dump. All right. I didn't sell here at the top because I had no idea this was the case. What I did was, I think it was around this area. No, it was here. Yeah, this area. So when I saw this happening, I didn't sell. I said it's going to go up. It's going to, because I'm following the momentum. The market is showing that it wants to go up. Similar to here, market is saying we want to go up. All the indicators are saying we want to go up. All the the data, social media data, everything, suggesting the sentiment is suggesting we just want to go up. So it's difficult for us to turn around and say we're going to be bearish, right? But once we came here and we got one rejection, two rejection, we're constantly rejected, right? We got this rejection. So if you look carefully, this is what we ended up getting. This kind of a pattern, right? We saw this pattern. Sorry, I'm not deleting the chart. That's why I just keep it in there. So we got this pattern here. We got this rejection. That was it. So I waited. I said, okay, let's see if we can do similar like this. If we can come back and create a new all-time high. So I'm waiting for this to come back and create a brand new all-time high. It didn't. It went to 58 and I saw a rejection. As soon as I saw a rejection, I said, okay, fine. What do I need to do now? And this is what we saw, right? We saw this, and then we saw this. The moment we saw this, it was a $58,000 out. That's it. We're out. Full stop, right? You sit back, relax. Had a buy order here at the 30. Everybody, we talked about on the YouTube as well. We talked about on the videos as well. Buy orders at the 30, ridiculous buy order at the 19, and I still have my $19,000 buy order set. Still have an order, so if it ever pops to 19,000, it's there. Why do I even have the 19,000 there? I mean, isn't that a bit stupid, right? It's not stupid. It's because what it is, look, let me show you. We need to be, not this one, let me show you on this one. We always need to be prepared, guys. We always need to be prepared. Why do I have a 19,000, not this one? Right? When I'm looking at my drawings, right, and I've done this long time ago, we did fibs and everything as well, and we put a line here. That $19,645 was our level at that time, and we said, right, that's what it is. Now that we've marked it, it's always going to be there, right? Even here, I mean, you can barely see it because I did use a slightly thinner line, but I'll zoom in just to show you. Look, we put a line here and we said, and this was based on this candle here, we put a line here and said we got to break this resistance. And we did this in the past, by the way. This chart, 6-7 months old. The lines, every single line, 6-7 months old. I've been telling people to frame it and put it on the wall. Every line here is relevant. That's what I've said to them. And I said, frame it, put it on your wall. And I said it months ago. And you will see every single line will be acting as a resistance or as a support. If we break that support, we go down. If we, go above it, then this is what we do, right? And this is on a weekly, you can see here, right? Daily, look at this. We're playing on this line. We're playing literally. Hold on, let me just change the width of this line so you can actually see better. Let me make it larger. There you go. Look, that line's just there. It's just been sitting there. It's just been sitting there. And this is okay. This is something I'm happy with because obviously sideways movement means we're going to change the trend line. And we talked about the trend line. For example, the other day we talked about this, and I'll do it on this chart so you can see what I'm talking about, right? Let's get this chart here. Right, so we've got two trend lines here, but I'll show you one more, right? So what we saw was this, and I said this is too steep, this is too dangerous, this is going to wreck us, this is not feasible. Simple as that. We saw a line going like almost horizontal. That's bad. Then what we saw was a few days later, we saw a slight pattern forming here, and I said that is healthy. That is very good. And we put a line there and we said what was going to happen. And we even I made a short. I was going home. I made a short and I said, guys, we're going to get a bounce off this. We actually did go below, but we got a bounce here. And the lines were still there. These lines were intact. These lines were intact, right? Every single line is still here from the previous videos and everything. And we have talked about the worst case scenario. And the worst case scenario brings us to here if we did have it. But we didn't. Again, we had a market complete reversal, right? And I'm worried when I see this. Of course, this is a bullish candle, very, very bullish candle. This is like a dragonfly doji or close to a dragonfly doji. The head might be a little bit long, but very close. Looks like a dragonfly doji, which is a very, very bullish candlestick. But again, I'm worried because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks coming now. If this is 5 weeks straight of green, when is that red coming? So it's okay. You know what I mean? We are going to see a red. Are you prepared? That's the question. Are you going to be extremely bullish and buying the highs here? Or rather, would you rather wait for a red candle to kind of take the market down and then pick it up? You know what I mean? So that's what I would do. I will be waiting for the market to be red for me to pick up something rather than picking it up on a green, especially when it's all pumping, because remember yesterday when we were in the market cap yesterday, we went from we went from day before yesterday, we were at $2 trillion. We went from 2 trillion to $1.9 billion. That was $100 billion or something. I think it was 100 billion. Yeah, I think it was 100 billion. Yeah, something like that. Just vanished, right? It just instantly, profit taking, whatever, institutions. This is how it works. So you got to be prepared for this, right? So we know there's a red coming. It's a matter of when. It's not a if, it's when is that red coming, that weekly red. When is it coming? And as soon as it comes, right, that's when you want to be buying, because that red could bring it down. We might have another 2 reds. It will bring it down. If it comes back to these levels, wouldn't you be better off buying any alts around these levels rather than buying at this level? You see what I mean? So this is the kind of stuff you have to really, really look at, guys. But as I said, be fearful when the market is getting all greedy, and right now the market is getting greedy. This is why we can see these big bumps. And as I said, if we go above this $50,000 level and we can confirm a single candle, even a single candle, so we break above, but that's not the confirm, we confirm on the line and then we move forward, guys. This is the moment. I'm bullish because I can see a 6-figure. I don't see a 6-figure BTC unless we go above this line. I don't see anything, the high levels, the top numbers that we were looking at, those big numbers we were looking at. That's, for example, I'll show you what I mean, right? So some of those bigger numbers that we're looking at, we're looking at 85K, for example, to even 103K. We have actually mentioned 103K. Where was it? Down here, actually, I wrote it here. 120K, sorry, my bad. 120K. So we're looking at a proper 6-figure, 120K BTC. That's what we predicted. We've got the lines here based on a bull flag pattern that we saw. And you can see the bull flag pattern. So this was the flagpole. This was the flag. And this is how high we're supposed to go. And then if we continue, we do this, right? So I've predicted that we're like projection, not prediction, that we might do 120K. But I don't see 100. So I don't see 85K until we beat the 50, which is close to 6 figures. As soon as we beat the 58, then I see a 6-figure 120, maybe even 103 to 120. So I'll just keep it very that way. But that's what we're going to see. But this is key levels that we need to break above. Right, we need to smash through and we need to go. And also I've put yellow boxes here. So those of you guys who don't watch this channel or who's new to the channel, guys, please like, share, subscribe. And if you follow along, my charts never change. So most of my viewers know my chart. All my viewers, they know that I never change my chart unless, and if I do, I would change it in the stream. So, if I'm, for example, this chart here, this is a clean chart that I keep just to kind of show stuff, right? So drawing and this and that. This is a blank chart that I've just recently started showing. Maybe 2-3 videos ago, I started using this as a blank, right? So if I need to do drawings or something on a cleaner chart, I will use this to show you guys. That's all it is, guys. This is one of my oldest chart that I do keep. This was for the lines. I keep that all the time, right? But the other stuff, like this stuff here, for example, or even a lot of the time you will see this, my index chart, which is this one here. Right, this is the one I actually showed yesterday on the 4-hourly, I believe it was. I showed this and I said, look, guys, from what I'm seeing, this is a very, very bullish pattern. This triangle, we drew it on the stream, and we said very bullish pattern. From what I see, highly likely, over optimistic, it's going to break out, and it did. It just broke out pretty much after I made the videos. So yeah, I mean, look, guys, if you have any questions, throw it at me. But I think it kind of answers all of them, because if you're talking about independent coins, like, Shiba, this, that, whatever, everything's going to pump. Everything's going to pump, right? Until they're not, right? So I think the biggest question is not about who's going to pump and who's not going to pump, and who's going to do 10x and who's going to do 100x or who's going to do 1000x. I think the biggest question you have to ask yourself is, are you prepared to exit? Have you got an exit strategy? That's the key right now. Do you know when it's enough for you? Or are you going to get destroyed? Do you have a plan not to get wrecked? That is the key, guys. That is the key. I've tried to explain so many videos. I've made videos and look, guys, how I enter, how I take my initial investment now, how I leave my profits. I've made videos like this, many, many videos, and I talk about it all the time, right? You have to be in control. Right? You have to be in control. Rune is an awesome project. In fact, Rune is going to pump very, very hard. It's the only coin I am going to actually say this, even in the bear market. Rune is one of those I'm actually considering it to be my long-term hold. Why? Rune is a decentralized exchange where you can go buy, do, sell everything like a centralized exchange. Brilliant protocol, brilliant protocol. But why is it going to be so awesome? Well, you see all these regulations. Recently, for example, in Spain, Hubi's kind of banned in Spain, a few other European countries, right? In Japan, this, that, whatever. So what you're seeing is a lot of these exchanges are now facing regulatory issues because apparently they broke this rule or that rule or whatever, right? So the regulations are kind of smacking the centralized exchanges. So centralized exchanges are going to go down. Where do people go? So us crypto lovers, who don't like centralized exchanges in the first place, where do we go? Well, we go to Rune. Because Rune, we can actually, buy, sell, trade, in pairs, in the native pairs. Like if I want to trade Bitcoin for Ethereum, I can do that on Rune. The Thor chain platform, I can do that there. Rune is, Rune has some utility, but the point is maybe nothing. But the point is, it will pump. It's like when we were talking about, so sometime back, we were talking about XMR, Monero. So everyone's like, well, what's the use for Monero? What utility does Monero have? Absolutely nothing. Monero has zero utility. I'll be honest with you, Monero has zero utility. But who uses Monero? Everybody on the dark web. Everybody that doesn't want to be traced or tracked, they use Monero. So holding Monero was great. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those coins that you can hold on for it for a long time because there's always a different use. Maybe not the one that you assume, but there's a different use. Rune is one of those. The project, maybe now it's not being used as much, but when all these centralized exchanges, become really, really annoying and people get fed up and people still want to use crypto, or people are so heavily invested in crypto, where do they go? They go to Rune. I'm telling you, they go to Rune. In fact, somebody asked me recently, they were talking about buying some Bitcoin ATMs around UK and putting it there, and they were asking me for some advice. And this is 2 days ago actually. So I gave him some advice. And there's a good team, like 6-7 people. They actually came over to my restaurant as well, and we were talking there. And I said to them, guys, listen, the best thing to do, right, is if you are, and we were talking, because we talk about crypto a lot, right, face to face. And I think some of the guys are also probably watching it as well. If not, they watch it later. But I said to them, do you know what? Get the team together, build yourself a decentralized exchange. No joke. This is what I've advised to them completely for free. I said, if you build an exchange, get the team, build an exchange. I'll advise for you, right? I'll tell you what needs to be done, whatever. And I'll make sure you get it audited and everything, all of those kind of stuff. I will use it. And I know hundreds, if not thousands of other people who will use it, and it's there. Because the thing is centralized exchanges are getting penalized every day. Trust me, they can't do it forever. This is the problem with centralization. So I don't know. But listen, most people in crypto who are joining now are not joining for the thing long term, or they're not joining because of centralization or anything like that. Us lot, we are decentralized, is a different story. But I think majority of the people are coming in for the money, which is great, guys. But if you're coming in for the money, try to buy on a red. Okay, try to buy on a red. So let's go on to Cardano. We broke the neckline last night, which was brilliant, and it was absolutely fantastic. This candle here, you see this current candle here. So when we talk about confirmation, this is a great example. So this was a breakout. This is today's candle. It has to confirm and stay above this line. That's a confirmation, full stop. Once we have that, we can move forward, right? Actually, let's check Rune USD. Let's have a look at Rune. Brilliant. Look, when we last checked Rune, we were in this wedge. We broke out of the wedge, just like everybody else. Fantastic. Similar pattern, very good. For Rune, we still have so our all-time high was here, if you can see. And remember, we use these charts. So our all-time high was here around $20. We're not that far, to be honest. We're not that far from $20. So let's see how far we are. We're not that far. If you look at percentage-wise, we're still about 50% away. 50% away from all-time high. So yeah, patience. From here, we could easily, if you look at this price, $9, $10, well, that's 100% up to here, full stop. All right, let's just do it that way. You can say this is 100%. From here to here, it's 100%. But again, it's we were talking like, okay, there's another one as well. There's a video on this channel. I can't remember where, because I'll do something like, we were talking about Rune when he got hacked around here. And we said, we are going to go load up on Rune because it got hacked. No joke. I've never ever mentioned a coin that gets hacked. But when I saw Rune hacked, I'm like, guys, we got to load up on this. And we all loaded up. And I think everybody from here to here are already 300% up. So again, Rune, one of those coins. But look, ultimately, leave all of that. The most important thing we have to do, understand is everything is pumping. Everything. I mean, 20-30%, right? Some of these are just doing insane pumps, right? I mean, look at this VeChain, 13-14% up. I'm happy because I just loaded up some of that a few weeks back. So I'm happy on this, right? Everything's pumping, guys. I mean, Graph, my God, there's a brother here, KR, he knows. I talked about Graph. We talked about Graph, and I think we both loaded up around 50, yeah, around 50 cents, yeah, around 50 cents we loaded up. Well, we just doubled, 100%, right? So this is what it is, right? Some of these coins, they're just ridiculous, right? But this is what's going to happen. Please do understand the key for us right now. Okay, I'm not going to make this any longer. This is what you need to understand. Key for us is two factors. What we're looking at, right? We're looking at two specific data, and we're saying, okay, we need those two data to actually confirm that we're going above, right? So I'll show you what I mean. Let's activate some of this stuff here. Get this here, right? So let's look at these datas, right? And we're going to look at it on a higher time frame, guys. We're not doing your 4 hourly or something like this. We want to do higher time frame. All right. So number one, for example, look, weekly, we are moving high. This stochastic RSI has been moving up. That means we expect a dump. Very simple, right? We expect a dump. Here you can see we've had this situation here, right, on a weekly. And it's actually good. I'm not even, but this is actually really awesome. Looking at this even now, it's actually very awesome. So this is awesome. So I'm looking at this and I see a bullish divergence, which we actually did. It's absolutely fine. That means we've got more room to go. So this is telling me we are bullish, right? I'll get rid of this one line. We don't need that. So this on a weekly is telling me we are definitely slightly bullish, right? We might have a small pullback, which is absolutely fine. And I'll show you what this does, right? Why this is reacting like this. Look, this is what we're following. So this was done on a daily. This is why you're seeing it slightly different. This was done on a daily. This was done on a right. So if you look here, you can see why the line was playing around. That's all it was. So this is done on a daily, and as you can see, we're still bullish, guys. We're still bullish. We might be high here, and we have talked about it a few days ago. We said, look, we're peaking out. We're gonna come down. As long as we can bounce here, absolutely fine. But we're looking at the weekly. And on the weekly, what we're seeing is we're fine. We've got enough room to grow. We've got absolutely enough room to grow. So what all of this says to us, right? We're going to have a little dump. This one's telling us we might, we are definitely looking bullish. And this one's telling us that we've got a resistance, right, just above here, around that $50,000 level, right? If you look carefully, this area here. So this particular, I can put a line on it, I believe. Right, let's just call it this area. So we're looking at this bottom here and this top here. So this is the range, right? This is the range we're looking at. So this particular area here, right, where we've got this 48 to 50,000, right? 48 to 50. Actually, I put it too high. Well, so I'm doing it on a weekly, so that's why it's hard. But anyway, 48 to 50. Now, this kind of answers to another person's question. Another person asked me a question. It's like, are we going to break out of 48 today? Because I know what he wants to do. He wants to open a trade. Of course he does, right? Why doesn't he want to? Why am I not surprised? Okay, so I know who it is. Mr. Mustafa. He wants to open a trade today. Great. No worries, bro. You want to open a trade. Right, look, this is the point where we've got a problem. So you see this $47,000 level, 47,886, right? So just zoom in a little bit. So just to kind of show you exactly where you're going to face problems, right? So we've got two areas. I'm not even going to bother about the wick. That's just the wick. Let's not even bother. 48,175 is just a wick. Your biggest area is here, right? And can we? So the question is, by end of tonight, we've got what, 10 hours left. Can we break through this? Right, and confirm this? That's your that's what you need to, like, I think that's your answer. I don't think so, because even when I was mentioning this video yesterday to a few people, and they were like, what if, when I was mentioning this video and this section here on the shorts, they're like, what if it does it before? What if we go to 50k or go above this line before you make the video. I said no chance, right? Why no chance? Because it has no point. There's, you know, this is not it. We're gonna see, we have to see the pattern, right? So this is lovely, how it's building it, but the pattern is gonna be go up, come down, go up, come down, eventually break out, right? You won't see it in a day. So, you know, don't just because it moves, give it a few days. Give it a few days. But as I said, the longer the time, you know, the stronger the data. Longer the data, stronger the data. So what we mean by that is, we need to have these weekly ones, and we know that on a weekly we do have a red candle due, guys. We do have a red candle due. Now I do see something which is really, really awesome, so I'll tell you this as well. So, you know, like today, what's the date today? Let's have a look. Friday the 20th, right? So today is Friday the 20th of August, and I do have something for you, which is this. Look, 27th August. We have an options expiry on the 27th August. So if this carries on the way it does, we know that around this day, we are going to see either a massive dump or a massive pump, but more likely we're going to see a dump before the pump. So the dump that we're looking for, maybe not this week. So if you look carefully, we're the 20th, maybe not today, but it's definitely coming next week, right? And we can do this based on history. You know, you can see basically how you either get a dump or you get a pump on that week, right? So if we go on the daily, it will show you better. Actually, you can see how it does it a few days before or a few days after. You see here, it did it a few days after it started dumping, right? It was pumping before and then dump. Here you can see it dumped on the day, right? It dumped on the day, right? So you can follow this, and this is why these horizontal yellow lines are there, guys. They are there to track what's going on, basically. So I hope this kind of helps. If there's any other questions, I mean, we've talked about Rune, we've talked about a few other bits and bobs. Shiba, it's just the same boat as everybody else. Honestly, I'm not really, there's no point really looking at anything. Solana is looking beautiful, beautiful. So this is the kind of stuff we want to see on Solana, right? So this, what I'm seeing here is just amazing. I know you guys don't see it. You guys are probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I'll show you what I'm seeing, right? So this was previously when we were here. Now we can adjust it, put it up here. So I'm putting this as my line. And if I take the, where is it? So beautiful, beautiful. One second, let me get this. So what I'm seeing on Solana, so I'm going to change a few parameters here. I'm going to move it up to here, and I'm going to do a shorter time frame rather than a longer time frame now, right? Because there's no point doing a longer time frame. We just go up slowly, right? This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this sideways movement on Solana, means Solana's now got a breather. At $73 or $70-ish, right? Whatever it is, $71. It's found itself a nice little area to relax, right? To relax. Definitely, bro. I'll talk about EOS. So it's found himself a lovely little area to relax. At the same time, all right, and I'll draw some lines here just to kind of show you. And let me get rid of the volume actually, right? We don't need any of this. Remember, altcoins don't require volume, don't require anything to pump. They just need the market to basically go one direction. That's all it is, right? Very simple. So check this out. This is the line of resistance. Beautiful, right? This is another line of support. Watch this. See how this one and this one? It's beautiful how you see this pattern. And if you look at this, and now we can say, well, guess what? We've got this beautiful, beautiful area where we've been finding resistance 2 days in a row. This is the third day. Absolute resistance area, beautiful resistance area. We can hold that. That's sustainable. We have a lovely little support cushion here, because of this two areas almost close by. So you can see how they were very close by. Oh, there you go, on the line, right? So you can see how this becomes a cushion area. So now we can turn around and say, well, worst case scenario, we might come all the way down here, but that's a tough level to break through. Worst case, maybe even come here. And now I'm going to show you the magic. Remember this line, guys. Remember this line. Look what this line is. My bad. Look what this line is. I'll take this off. I'm going to delete this, right? Because I have to delete this. This is so insane what you're about to see. Look what this line is. The 618 line. So the Fibonacci 618 line is a heavier support line for us than anything else, right? And then from that point onwards, right, if we did come back up and we confirm, then you can see we're going to $90, right? That's the positive. We're going back to $90. Are you into small caps like Pond and FET? Personally, I'm not into any small caps. I'll be honest with you. Look, I've been in the coin industry since 2015. So half of these small caps and this and that, they didn't even exist for me. Do you know what I mean? Because I used to only concentrate on the top 100, top 50, top 20. Now I'm actually only concentrating on top 10. However, I will talk about it. That's not an issue. I'll give an analysis on it. Not an issue. Like EOS, for example. I'll tell you when I got out of EOS. I don't remember how many dollars it was, but for me in pounds, it was around 18 pounds. And that was in 2018 when I got out, right? So I bought the EOS because I believed in it. I believed in the founder, everything. But when I tried to use it, it wasn't user friendly. And I saw a massive pump and I dumped. And that was it. It never went back to that price. Right, it was 18 pounds, so I'm not quite sure how many dollars it was at that time, but I did sell at that exact price, got out. And another friend of mine also, and a business partner, he also basically sold at the same price. So we all got out at the 18 pound level, if that makes any sense. So that was EOS for us. But yeah, I'll still talk about EOS, that's not an issue. So we got Solana here, obviously. And this is what I'm saying. So Solana, we could highest projection we can see is $90, right? And if the market continues moving upwards, of course $90 is possible. And if on the low case, this is so beautiful that we're basically seeing a 1618 line bang on the dot here as a support cushion line. Beautiful line, beautiful line. So let's go to EOS. All right, EOS. You know what? EOS had so much potential. I forget his name now. But yeah, I mean, the founder, the face of EOS, he just needs to sort his shit out. I'm telling you, because he's every project he's ever made, right? He's pumped them up big time. I mean, EOS raised like 4 billion or something, right, on an ICO. But then for some reason, he just keeps on leaving these projects. He done Steam, same thing. Steam is now owned by, what's his name, Tron, for God's sake, right? You just look at all of this, doesn't make any sense. Right, but this is EOS right now. Again, it's not bad. If you look at this, EOS kind of followed everybody, did an all-time high pretty much when BTC did. So just by looking at this, we can assume that it will definitely follow the market. Okay, it would definitely follow the market. Where was it when I sold? Yeah, around here. You can see this was when I sold. So it wasn't an all-time high actually, sorry, but I sold at the all-time high. It seems like I sold at the all-time high. Yes, Dan Larimer, thank you very much. Super. Yes, every project he does block one, right? He does fantastic projects. I'm telling you, he does brilliant projects, brilliant mind. But then he's like, I don't know, he's indecisive. He does the project, he raises the money, and then he just vanishes. I mean, it's just pathetic, Dan. I'm telling you, Dan Larimer, I'm telling you, like the guy as a person, but hate the guy as a founder of a company. I don't know why he does this. People want to support him. People show support. But he just backs off halfway through many projects. He's done it on 3 projects so far. He's done it now. He just walked away. So yeah, that was the last, basically for me, that was the last time I was going to support him anyway. But yeah, we bought around here and we sold somewhere around here. So we're quite happy, you know. So that was it. That was the peak. We didn't hit that. But look, I'm not concerned about whether we hit the all-time high or not. Depends. If you've bought it around here somewhere, then you can see that it is following the market. So as long as the market structure is still up, for example, BTC, Ethereum still doing the same thing, because remember, they're all doing the same thing. These are the same dates. Everything dumped on the same date. Everything is pumping on the similar dates. But if you look carefully, on for us right now on a shorter time period, we're seeing this beautiful pattern forming here. We're seeing these little wicks, how, you know, we're going to work on the bodies basically. So let me show you what I mean. So forget the wicks. Let's put the bodies. Look at these bodies. This body is holding this trend line, and this trend line, if you look carefully, is not a steep trend line. It's not going up like this, right, which is dangerous, right? This is good. This is healthy. That means that we've got enough chance to go up, right? And we've broke out of this trend line as well. So we had another, as you can see, we had a downward trend line here. We broke out of that a few days ago, just like everything else. Just like everything else. Now that we're here, we can even say, okay, what's the projection? If we were to go up, how high can we go? Well, right now it's telling us we can go and check out the $7.27 or 24 cents, sorry, $7. Just call it $7, which is actually quite insane because that breaks above this, which is the most positive. So if we got a $7 here, right, and I'm saying we, but I don't actually hold any because I did dump all of mine years ago. So what you're looking for is this. This is you're going to be your neckline. This is the break point. This is the point you want to look out for. So right now, if you bought this and you are targeting a breakout, so what you're going to do, you want to follow this trend, come here, breakout, hopefully confirm. That's it. Then you're off to the races, right? But this could be the point of rejection. What you want to do if you're holding EOS, you want to be targeting, right, that you do break out before we have this rejection area here, because this is highly likely, guys. This is what I'm saying. It's based on history. It's not me. This is based on history. If you look carefully, we've had these situations, right? We've had these attempts where we've come back and tried to confirm, right? We've tried to confirm and then we failed, and then we've tried to come back again and we kept on failing, But there is another thing. There's light at the end of the tunnel, guys. There is absolutely light at the end of the tunnel. So this is the part that I'm going to tell you, and that's going to make you kind of laugh in a little bit as well. Laugh a little bit, right? When we're talking about light at the end of the tunnel, we're talking about this. We're talking about this, guys. When you're talking about light at the end of the tunnel, we're talking about this. We know that we have 21 million coins, and we know that approximately 18 point something million, or have already 18.79, we can say 18.8 million coins have already been mined, right? We know there's not much left, and we know that this curve has been moving up, right? So this little growth curve has been moving up. So more supply shortage we have, the more demand we have, the more the price goes up. Everything is indicating that BTC will always go up. So this is the light at the end. So up for the short term, we may have a dump. For the long term, we are very bullish, right? And also one other thing I want to show, look at this. We just need to, for me, like if I want to be 100% confident, I'm going to give you 3 scenarios right now. This is me when we go back to this $58,000 level, right? $58,000. Actually, where am I doing it before? I could do it here. This is me when we get to that $58,000 level. All right. This is me 100%, right? Or call it 1,000%. This is it. I'm moving up now. This is it. I'm confirmed. This is it, right? I'm all in. We're going to the moon. We're going 6 figures. This is the level when I'm going 6 figures. When I'm basically believing Bitcoin is going to 6 figures. This line here, look at this 50,000, this blue line here, right? This one small blue line here, look at this 50,000. Look carefully at these numbers here on the side. Look at this blue line. We just have to beat this blue line. This blue line, that's it. I'm going to go get all my savings, everything, trades, do whatever. If we can confirm and stay above this, if we can go above this, guys, that's it. I think this is the one what we need. This is what we need. We need to go above there and stay above there. That was it. This is our buying zone. This is where we need to basically go all in, right? But this is what, when I'm going to be like 1,000%. This is when I'm going to become the moon boy. Right now, I'm not a moon boy. I'm telling you, I'm regardless how bullish and how crazy I am about BTC and what I believe in all my fundamentals, I'm not bullish right now. Anything below this line, I'm not bullish. I'm afraid. I'm very much afraid, and as I said many times, and I've made a video, and this is where this chart, this growth curve was actually drawn. You can see that video, and I said I'm going to exit on this yellow line. That's my target. I don't care where it goes. This is when I want to exit. This is my target. I want to start to exit, get rid of all my alts and everything here, and just wait for it to come back to this level here. You know what I mean? So the idea is I'll go all the way here, and then I wait for the market to come back down to anywhere around here, and I'm ready back in again. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do. So that's my strategy. But other than that, other than that, there's not really nothing else to say. You want to talk about Pond? Let's have a look and see if Pond is here. Let's see if Pond is here. Pond USD. Yeah, we've got Pond USD. Let's have a look at Pond USD. Let's put it on the line chart. I mean, look at this. This is good. The structure is good. I do like this. This is a good structure, even though it's a new coin, right? You can see, well, new here actually. So you can see a dump, which is fine. Then it started pumping, fine, and then got rejected. Similar time as everybody else did. Came back down again, and now in a recovery. This is good. The structure is good. I'm telling you. Also, if you look at a long time curve, this is exactly what we need to see. We don't want to see coins going the opposite way. This is good. For me, I see this is good. Also, if you look here, this is Pond. Very quick one. This is a rapid one, right? Rapid fire. You can see here, we broke this, the trend line. We broke the the downward trend line. We're upwards now, and on the upwards you can see a beautiful trend line forming here as well, which is absolutely fine. So based on this, if we were supposed to go in and say, right, okay, what do we expect the market to do in the short term if we were to pump, we can actually use this slight data point here, and we can say, okay, what's the highest we can possibly go right now for the short period, and we can see we can do a 12 cent. So hope this kind of makes sense to you. 12 cent, right? And if we were to go right to the top of the market, this is not accurate data, so I'll be honest with you, I would not use this. This is not accurate. This is during the launch and the dump. You can't actually use this to project, right? So if somebody was going to take this and say, well, look, we did this, they would be wrong and they would be misleading you, because you're going to assume, oh, we might go to this 48 cents or 50 cents. It's misleading, guys. You can't use the launch price. Never use the launch price unless the launch price was 0 and it had a fair launch. Don't use the launch price because you're going to get wrecked. Okay, this is not accurate. What we can do is just basically go by what we have, right? All of this is good data, right? We can use a little bit, but try not to use too much of the launch price. You will get, because you're going to be over optimistic, right? What you want to do here is take it, and I do say this to a lot of the guys who watch this channel. I say, take it one step at a time. So for example, if we did this, then take it that way and say, okay, we expect this. Then what you do, you start stepping on this and you say, okay, next step we took was we were here and we did this, and follow like this rather than doing one whole straight target and projection, because you are going to get wrecked that way. Very over optimistic. FET, let's do FET quickly before I go. FET. All right, let's do FET. Fetch AI. Fetch AI has potential, by the way. It's got massive backing from some of the biggest VCs. In fact, FET. I just realized this morning when I woke up, I bought some FET. So yeah, but I'm not bullish on it. Well, kind of, right? I bought some just for the pump. I'll be honest with you, I just bought some for the pump right now, so I'm going to dump it very soon. But I do like the structure. This is the kind of structure. Look, this is launch. Forget that. This is the structure. Look at this. Beautiful structure. Beautiful structure. And FET, as I said, they got some very big, like I think Galaxy Digital and a few other companies out there, those investors, they have invested in it. I can't remember all of their name. It's like a automation AI tool. Great, but the structure is good, and ultimately we are going to see a lot more of these automation and business tools coming in. So we'll see if we can hold this structure. It's very good. This has a good, like, you know, we can grow. I see a good future. So again, if I am going to be holding massive bags of it, guys, I will do it when the market dumps. Right, so I'm going to be waiting for the bear market to pick up all of this. Right now, it's just a small. I just bought it because there's a hype around it. So I thought, and I just realized when I saw Fetch, I was like, hold on, Fetch? Yeah, I just bought Fetch. So I didn't even see the ticker. I just went in and bought some Fetch because I know it's going to be really awesome. Also, looking at where it is right now, we can expect it to go to around 81 cents. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, yes, 81 cents, isn't it? Yeah, 81 cents basically. So 81 cents is a good target. That's when I'll probably be selling. But then saying that, you know what? Now I'm not going to sell anymore because I just saw something. You guys are awesome. I'm telling you. You guys bring these coins to me sometimes, and you make me notice something. Look what I just noticed. Look at this, guys. This is insane. This neckline is the 1618. That means I'm not going to sell. That means if we do come to this 1618, we can potentially see a breakout and possibly go even higher. So I won't sell. And on this one, if I was to use a projection and say, well, hold on, what's the projection? How high can we go? Well, now if I use this 1618, because we like to project from the 1618 and take the low, this is telling me we can see a $1.33. Well, do you know what? I'm a lot more happier guy at $1. So my target would be to kind of dump around the $1. So for the short term, this is what I will be doing. Dump at the $1. So yeah, I mean, looking awesome. But as I said, for me, if I'm going to be holding a massive bag, then it's going to be during the bear market. Bear markets when I'm going to go shopping. You know, you go to those discount markets and this and that, and you go in, bargain shopping, right? That's when I'm going. But I'm going to be making the money now during all the pumps. So the idea is I'm going to use this logarithmic chart as my indicator, right? Yes. Listen, 46 doesn't matter. 40. Remember, we've got an area here, the 48, right? And 50. This is a level we need to cross. I mean, I can show it to you here. Look, It doesn't matter how much it pumps, bro. Simple. It doesn't matter, right? We've got problems on our hand, right? Where what we've got is, let's go back here and let me show you. Look, we've got this area here as our first resistance, 477444, right? Funnily, it's on. We've put this on the Fibonacci as well. This is the first area, but we do have a peak at the 48,000 something. But let's break it. It's fine. Anything we can peak above, we can go above anything. What we need to do is confirm, right? We need to confirm these boxes, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me bring this box closer. We need to enter this box and go above this. Right, this box is basically similar as this box here, but I just made another box here just to show you. Look, we need to get into this zone, so we're quite away. We're quite far. If you look carefully, this is on the 48,000 to 50,000, and look, we're quite some way away. So don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. Where were we? Yeah, fetch AI. So basically, yeah. So what I was trying to say, guys, like, okay, when the market dumps, comes to these levels or anywhere around these levels, right, we want to start going shopping, right? Same thing applies. Say for example, if I don't know where the bottoms are, and I'm like, okay, I have no idea where the bottom is, what do I need to do? Oh, very simple. If we follow the Bitcoin logarithm, and we're going to use this as an indicator. Exactly, bro. Armin, yeah, yes, absolutely. There's definitely a big one coming. That's what I've been warning everybody about. So definitely here, if you look, the best place to buy is when you come around these lines here, these bottoms. So imagine this 1 2 3 line. Anywhere within these 3 lines, if you find this area here, this 3-line area here, these are the best zones to buy. Every time in history, you don't, as long as you buy within this 3 lines. So you can see this is 3 lines, right? Anywhere within these 3 lines, when it comes below this 3 line, doesn't matter what price it goes, it doesn't matter even if it comes here. Anywhere within these 3 lines is the best zones to buy. So you see these 3 lines here. If we put this here, for example, right, these areas here, these are the best areas to buy. So in the future, if you see it come to these areas, just pick it up. That's it. That's what I would do. So yeah, I hope this kind of makes sense. I hope this was all good. Of course, there's a massive dump coming. We've been expecting it. I've been expecting it for a couple of weeks now. I've been talking about it. I mean, in this video, I think I've said it more times than anything else. Right? I definitely have been going on about it, banging on about it. Now, look, guys, you know, this is what we've got. 1 2 3 4 5 now. We need a red. We will get a red very soon, and the red's going to catch you out if you're not prepared. But because most of the guys who has watched this channel and understand that I'm not here giving you FOMO news or anything, I'm just trying to be real here. I'm just trying to give you the facts, nothing else, right? And the fact is, we are expecting a dump. How far it's going to go, we don't know. I mean, if we can go by previous history and we exclude these extreme ones, right? Let's exclude these extreme ones because this is a dump, right? So if we just excuse these two for now and just follow this pattern here, and we say, look, we had 1 2 3 4 here, and then we had a dump. Well, how long did it take? So first of all, it took us 3 weeks. We were down for 3 weeks, even this green candle, 3 weeks before we started moving back up again, right? So this dump that we're coming here could last a week, could last 2 weeks, could last 6 weeks, right? We don't know, but we know that there's a dump coming. Question is the dump going to take us lower than these levels, or is it going to sustain us? So if this was a red, my God, it would be beautiful, right? But this red did not happen, and this is why I'm not happy. I would rather have a red here than have a red that brings us below to this line again. I don't want to go anywhere below this line. So if you're looking at this logarithmic chart, this specific line, this $40,000 level, I don't want to go below this. So what I'm looking for is a candle. This one, if this one actually gave us a low this week, then that would have been brilliant. And then we move forward. But now we're going to go higher, possibly, and then we're going to end up seeing a red whenever it comes. And if the red can't hold these lines and it comes to this $40,000 level, I'm just going to wait for it because I know it's going to dump a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? So guys, I think it's been a very, very long stream. You're welcome, bro. Listen, here I only do the honest stuff, right? For me, I'll give you my opinions based on the research that I do, based on the information I have, and based on my own logic. Stake VAT, yes, definitely. If you've got VAT or any staking coins, Try and do it on a flexible staking. But if you do 15-day staking, it's great, no problem. We still have quite some time. Remember, I talked about it. It's going to go sideways for a few weeks, maybe even a month. So we are expecting this, right? It's a few weeks to a month. So you should be okay for 2 weeks. But this whole event, people are assuming that we're going to go to this $58,000 tomorrow. We're not, guys. This whole event could take us anything up to 3 months. This is what I've said. I said 3 months. It's not going to happen immediately. Obviously, a lot of people get confused when they look at the daily, the 4 hourly, the 1 hourly, and it's sad, right? That a lot of people, like the TA guys, are not showing you the higher time frames. The higher time frame is the most important time frames to look at. Look at this. This is us on a monthly. We need to go above this and above this in order for us to even stay we're bullish. Right now, if you look at this, I mean, how can anybody say we're bullish? You know what I mean? We are creating lower highs. Yeah. How is that extremely bullish? Oh my days, we're going to 6 figures. Well, beat this before you go to 6 figures. So you see what I'm trying to say? These are very, very important facts that you have to look at. And this is how we expect certain situations. Like, I'll give you a good example. When we were doing all of this, we mentioned, guys, look what we just did. We expect a red. And we got our red. And we ended up getting 2 more reds. I'm on a live stream. Give me 5 minutes. So yeah, I mean, we ended up seeing the reds and now we're coming back up again, but none of this is valid unless we invalidate this one red candle, right? I hope this kind of makes that sense. And helps people understand that higher time frame is your key. The longer the data, the stronger it is, right? And so far, I'm telling you, I'm worried because this area here, it's just so much resistance here, so much traffic around this level here. It's just unbelievable. That's why I'm worried. And that's why I want you all to be consciously ready. Be conscious, be ready that, okay, this is what we're doing. We have a plan. We have an exit strategy. And we know what we're going to do if this happens and if that happens, right? And this is, in this video, I'm not even saying about if, I'm saying this dump is coming based on these candles. And if we break above, this is the only if we break above and confirm, then we go ahead, right? So hope this helps. I'll catch you on another one, guys. Like, share, subscribe, share with another if you find value. Also, I want to thank all the people who've been subscribing recently. My God, the channel's been exploding. So many new subscribers, so many new viewers. It's been awesome. Honestly, I just can't thank you enough, right? I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are doing awesome job. And yeah, come join me. I do almost, not almost every day, literally. I do live streams and I do many shorts around the day as well. Some are relevant, some are not. Some are based on viewer questions or, private friends. In fact, yesterday I launched a screenshot of a game I play. But that's because we actually won the cross server. That means every single server, we had a cross server. I think it was like 800 servers or something, and we won the championship. So I just thought, you know what, it's a proud moment for all of us that we've played for so long. We've been playing for I won't say how long, but we finally won a championship and we won against every single other server, so we're like the number 1. So that was like a good achievement for us. So I just wanted to put that on YouTube, so I know this is not relevant, but sometimes you got to celebrate life as well, and have fun with your friends as well. I thank you very much, Armin. I really do appreciate that, bro. It's not about belief. It's more to do with logic, reasoning. It's not about hype. It's not about just getting in there. We need to keep our emotions in control, and we need to be disciplined. This is money. This is crypto. This is your money you're playing with, right? I'm not here to entertain you with your money. Right? I'm not here to give you wrong information which could make you lose your own money. I'm not a financial advisor. Everybody says that, but then they don't give a damn about you. And I'm not here to do that. I'm saying, no, I care about you. I want to warn you. I want to keep you 2 steps ahead so you can make those decisions that will basically make your life better, make you make the, help you make the right decisions. So guys, I've got somebody's calling me as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end the stream right now. I really appreciate everybody coming over. Like, share, subscribe, smash those like buttons, share with one another, put it on your Facebook, put it on your WhatsApp, put it on your Twitter. For God's sake, make this go viral. And we'll see you even more. And you know, my camera is active as well, by the way. So yeah, I can activate the camera anytime as well. I just don't do it. I think the chart looks cleaner without the camera or anything. But yeah, I hope everybody was good, and thank you all for coming to the show. Thank you to Tamil Gamer, thank you to Steve, thank you to Yummy, thank you to Armin, thank you to all the guys who came to the chart. You know what, you guys are awesome. Okay, lots of love, peace, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.